Hello to all of our friends from MMA Pit. Today we are talking with the number 6 ranked fighter, Bellator fighter of the world in the featherweight division. We are talking with Jeremmy Kennedy. How are you?
I'm good, man. Thanks for having me on.
Thank you for your time. And you are a very young fighter, but you already have an impressive career with fights in PFL, Brave, UFC, and now in Bellator. And you only have one loss in UFC, and it's with the current champion. What can you tell us about your path in MMA?
Yeah, man, it's been everywhere. I just always chasing the biggest challenges, and it's nice to finally have a home. This is my first fight on my new contract, and I've never signed a second contract. You know, I've always been with the UFC, then bounced to Brave as a little in between, just keeping me busy, and then I went to PFL, did a season there, and then from there, I've always wanted to come to Bellator after that, and now I'm here, and now I'm here to stay. There's nowhere else I want to go, you know. So I think that was just the path most people don't take. I did all my growing along the way, and now here I am at 30 now. Had my birthday last week, 30, and I feel like it's all come together, and I'm perfect where I want to be, where I need to be physically, mentally, and where I want to be in the matchup wise and everything. So everything's coming together perfectly.
As you already said, not a lot of fighters take this way, no? You have a lot of, you have been in a lot of promotions and very high level promotions.
Yes, sir.
And in your last fight, you got the victory against one of the toughest opponents in the featherweight division, like Emmanuel Sanchez. How was for you this fight?
Yeah, like it was just more of an excitement, just because, you know, I following Bellator, you know who Emmanuel Sanchez is. He's been around forever. So it was an honor to be able to fight him right away in, you know, my third fight in Bellator, and he was ranked 4th at the time. So it was very cool to go in there and then to be able to do what I did and not take much damage and kind of sweep the scorecards and win a 30-27, win every round decisively. Kind of just put a statement on the rest of the division about the ceiling and my capabilities and what they have to deal with.
Did you feel surprised for something in this fight versus Emmanuel?
No, I mean, a lot of it what I expected. He's constantly moving. He's a guy who fights from everywhere off of his back, but kind of gives up a lot of the positions just to throw little punches that don't do much, you know. So I think that's what kind of I capitalized on, you know, and securing position before damage, and then being able to unload damage once you've secured yourself and really worn on the guy. And yeah, that fight kind of played out how I did. I would have liked to have struck a little bit more, but he ended up shooting in on me, you know, and I ended up reversing and grappling exchange happened. But I would have liked to test a little bit more, but you got to go with the path of least resistance. And that was, you know, as soon as I got my hands on him, I knew I was the physical, stronger guy, and I was going to be able to, the better grappler.
You're facing Emmanuel, a very well-rounded, a very skilled fighter, and now you are going to face Aaron Pico, who is a very important prospect and with important wrestling base. What do you expect for this fight?
Yeah, this is going to be a tough fight, you know, so I'm excited for it. I've prepared for that. Pico, he's very good on the feet and on the floor, so there's no real spot you can kind of just take it to rest, you know. Like I have to be ready to go and game on at all times, you know, from the first minute to the last minute, from the feet to the floor, everywhere. I have to be my A game, and I've trained for that and I've prepared for that, and it's go time now. We got 10 days and kind of cruising into fight week, make this weight and do the damn thing.
After the victory versus Emmanuel, and now before the fight with Aaron Pico, how are you feeling the momentum in your life and in your MMA career?
Yeah, it's tough because that Emmanuel Sanchez fight was so long, and then long ago, and then I had the fight fall through. But I mean, nothing's changed in the sense of training. You know, I've trained every day since, and I went through 2 full camps. You know, I got the injury right at the last minute, so my weight was on point. I was dieting. I was fight ready last time. So I've done full camps, and now I'm just that much more eager to get in there, and that much I'm itching. You know, I miss it, so I'm excited to get in there.
And you're expecting the win for your next fight. And with 2 ranked opponents, Aaron right now is the ranked number 4. And thinking in a win versus Aaron, do you feel close to the title?
I think that's the next logical step. You know, I think there's not many more guys above us. You know, Mads is the only other ranked guy up there, and I mean, he's fighting Pedro, so I think he'll get that job done. But I think, you know, between me and Pico, a win over each other holds a lot more weight than Pedro, personally.
And you have a very interesting path, a very long career right now with 12 years as pro. And do you want to say something for your fans, for your sponsor, for the people who already support you for all the path and the upcoming fans?
Yeah, man, just, I mean, I love, it's been a long road and a long journey, and I've been a lot of places. So it's, I'm blessed for it. I wouldn't change it at all. And I'm proud to have the fans that I have and who followed me all through the different organizations and paths and are still there. And then now we're at the pinnacle, you know, we're at the top, and we got the biggest test next week, and we're just going to capitalize on that.
Thank you for your time, and wish you the best in your next fight.
Thank you very much, man. Appreciate you.
Thank you, and see you later.
Bye.
Bye.